All right, let's be honest, we've all had that friend, the one with the unique pet. But today we're going beyond the usual suspects, beyond the goldfish and hamsters, and diving headfirst into the wild world of pet ownership. From the prehistoric giants who probably wouldn't even fit through your front door, to the modern-day furballs who rule our couches, we're ranking the top 10 pets to own, and trust me, it's going to get wild. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a hilarious journey through the world of domesticated dinosaurs, sassy felines, and everything in between. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even consider adopting a pterodactyl. Just kidding. Maybe. Coming in at number 10, we have the tyrant lizard king himself, the one and only Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, I know what you're thinking. Damien, have you completely lost it? A T-Rex as a pet? Hear me out. Imagine the look on your neighbors' faces when you're out for a walk, struggling to keep your T-Rex from accidentally stepping on a Prius. And forget about chew toys. You'd need a whole freaking car to keep those jaws occupied. You'd need a hazmat suit just to clean up after this prehistoric pooch. But hey, at least you'd never have to worry about burglars again. Imagine the sheer awesomeness of it all. You could teach it tricks like fetching a bus or playing fetch with a giant redwood tree. So while the idea of having a T-Rex as a pet is undeniably cool, it's probably best to leave these prehistoric beasts in the past. Or, in the movies. Landing gracefully at number 9, it's the feline enigma, the master of indifference, the purveyor of fluff and judgment, the cat. Now, I wouldn't call cats bad pets, but obedient isn't exactly the first word that springs to mind. They're more like tiny, furry roommates who occasionally deign to rub against your leg as if you've just returned from a perilous quest for catnip. You could spend hours showering your cat with affection, only to be met with a look that says, "I tolerated that. Now refill my food bowl, peasant." But let's be honest, their aloofness is part of their charm. They're masters of their domain, ruling your home with a flick of their tail and the occasional hairball strategically placed on your favorite rug. Plus, there's nothing quite like curling up on the couch with a purring cat after a long day. So, while they might not be the most affectionate or obedient of pets, cats definitely earn their spot on our list for their independent spirit and hilarious antics. Spinning into the number 8 spot, it's the pocket-sized powerhouse, the master of midnight marathons, the hamster. These little guys might be small, but they've got energy to burn, mostly on those squeaky wheels that sound like a chorus of dying crickets. You'd swear they're training for the rodent Olympics, the way they tirelessly run for hours on end. Seriously, where do they get all that energy from? They must have tiny hamster energy drinks that we don't know about. But their boundless energy isn't the only thing that makes hamsters hilarious pets. They're also masters of escape. You could have Fort Knox levels of security around their cage, and they'd still find a way to Houdini their way out. So, if you're looking for a low-maintenance pet that will keep you entertained with their antics, look no further than the humble hamster. Squawking their way into the number 7 spot, it's the masters of mimicry, the clowns of the avian world, parrots. These feathered friends are like having a stand-up comedian living in your living room. Except, instead of jokes, they repeat everything you say at the most inopportune times. Imagine this. You're on an important work call, trying to maintain your composure, when suddenly your parrot decides to chime in with a hearty, "Hey Siri, play Baby Shark on repeat." Yeah, not exactly the professional image you were going for, but hey, at least they keep things interesting. And let's not forget their impressive vocabulary. These chatty birds can learn to say hundreds of words and phrases, from simple greetings to complex sentences. Parrots are also masters of observation and have an uncanny ability to mimic sounds, from the doorbell to the microwave beeping. So, if you're ever feeling lonely, just get yourself a parrot. They'll fill your house with noise, laughter, and the occasional embarrassing impersonation. Slithering into the number 6 spot, we have the misunderstood marvel of the reptile world, the snake. Now, I know what you're thinking. Snakes? Really, Damien? They're slimy, they're creepy, they probably try to eat your face in your sleep. Okay, first of all, rude. And secondly, that's just a stereotype perpetuated by Hollywood and its obsession with making snakes the villains. In reality, snakes can be surprisingly chill roommates. They don't bark, they don't shed as much as you might think, and they definitely won't judge you for wearing your pajamas all day. Plus, they're incredibly low maintenance. They only need to eat once a week or even less, depending on the species. Talk about a dream for anyone who hates doing dishes. Just imagine, no more begging your dog to eat their kibble, no more cleaning up spilled cat food. With a snake, you just drop a pre-killed rodent in their enclosure and voila, dinner is served. Plus, their scales are incredibly beautiful and come in a wide range of colors and patterns. They're like living, breathing works of art. Swimming gracefully into the number 5 spot, it's the Zen master of the aquarium, the embodiment of tranquility, the goldfish. Now, some might say goldfish are boring pets, but I say they're misunderstood geniuses. You try remembering everything that happens in a tiny glass bowl with no privacy, and then judge their attention spans. Plus, they're masters of mindfulness. Have you ever watched a goldfish swim? It's like a meditation session in itself. They just glide through the water, completely unbothered by the chaos of the outside world. They're like tiny, scaly therapists, reminding us to just breathe and go with the flow. And let's be real, their short-term memory can be pretty hilarious. You can walk past the tank, and they'll act like they haven't seen you in years, all excited and bubbly. It's like having a new pet every 5 seconds. Plus, goldfish are incredibly low maintenance. So, if you're looking for a calming influence in your life, look no further than the humble goldfish. Hopping into the number 4 spot are those adorable balls of fluff, the masters of multiplication, the rabbits. These cuddly creatures are like living, breathing stress balls. One look at their twitchy noses and adorable bunny flops, and all your worries just melt away. But be warned, owning a rabbit is not for the faint of heart. These little guys reproduce faster than a gossip magazine at a celebrity wedding. Seriously, you turn your back for 5 minutes and suddenly you've got a whole bunny family reunion happening in your living room. But hey, at least you'll never be short of a cuddle buddy. Plus, their antics are guaranteed to keep you entertained for hours. Squealing their way into the number 3 spot are those adorable bundles of weeks and whistles, the guinea pigs. These social butterflies of the rodent world are guaranteed to fill your home with joy, laughter, and the occasional ear-piercing squeal. Seriously, these little guys have a whole vocabulary of squeaks, whistles, and chirps, and they're not afraid to use them. They'll weak for food, they'll whistle for attention, and they'll even chirp when they're feeling particularly chatty. It's like living with a tiny, furry opera singer. And let's not forget their adorable popcorning. Guinea pigs get so excited that they literally jump for joy, often twisting their bodies in midair like tiny furry acrobats. But be warned, guinea pigs are social creatures and need to be kept in pairs or groups. Plus, watching a group of guinea pigs interact is like watching a tiny soap opera unfold. Galloping into the number 2 spot are those majestic creatures, those gentle giants, those hay-powered hooligans, horses. Now I know what you're thinking. Horses? Damien, those are practically cars compared to the other animals on this list. And you're not wrong. Owning a horse is like owning a very large, very hairy, very expensive lawnmower that eats all your apples. But there's something undeniably magical about horses. They're powerful yet graceful, independent yet loyal. And they can go from 0 to 60 and holy crap, I'm going to fall off, faster than you can say nay. Plus, there's nothing quite like the feeling of riding a horse. It's exhilarating, it's freeing, and it's a great way to work out those thigh muscles. Just be prepared for the occasional unexpected stop to munch on some grass or, try to throw you off into a ditch. But it's not all fun and games. Owning a horse is a huge responsibility. They need space to roam, regular vet checkups, and enough hay to feed a small village. And finally, barking their way into the number 1 spot, it's the undisputed champions of the pet world, dogs. These furry bundles of love, loyalty, and occasional mischief are more than just pets. They're family. They're there to greet you at the door with wagging tails and excited yips, no matter how bad your day was. They're professional cuddle monsters, always up for a snuggle session on the couch. And let's not forget their comedic timing. From chasing their tails in circles to tilting their heads in adorable confusion, dogs are natural-born entertainers. They're like tiny, furry clowns that never fail to make us laugh. Plus, they're incredibly loyal companions. They don't care if you're rich or poor, popular or awkward. They'll love you unconditionally, no matter what. But let's be real, owning a dog is not always easy. They require walks, training, and the occasional vacuuming of fur tumbleweeds that seem to multiply overnight. So there you have it, folks, our top 10 pets to own. From the prehistoric giants to the pocket-sized companions, the pet world is full of hilarious, heartwarming, and sometimes hair-raising creatures. Now, we want to hear from you. What's your number one pet? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next pet-tastic adventure.